Ávila, que mira,
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, am I audible now?
Yes.
So see, this is the male reproductive system. So this male reproductive system consists of the first part, which we call it as testis. It is also called as male gonad. Then the second part is the duct system. In duct system, 5 parts are there. The first part, which is called as vasa efferentia, that part we will not be able to see here. The second part is epididymis, then vasa, here differentia is there. Vasa differentia, then ejaculatory duct and urethra. These are the 4 parts which we can see in this diagram. After that, third part of it is the accessory glands. So there are 3 accessory glands present in the male reproductive system. First is seminal, vesicle. Second is this one, which is called as prostate gland. And the third gland that is present here, this pea-sized gland, which is called as copper gland. Coppers is the name of scientist, or it is also called as bulbourethral gland. Okay, and the next part is the penis. So this is penis. This one is urinary bladder. Okay, here this is called as glans penis, and this part is called as scrotum. Let's see now. Okay, we will talk about all these parts. What will be the function of it? That we will see now. So if you want to take screenshot, you can take screen. Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here, the first part that we will see is the testes. So testes, they are called as male gonad. These male gonad, they are present outside the abdomen. They are present in, see, here, this part is the lower abdomen, and these are present outside the abdomen in the sac-like part, which we call it as scrotum. In between this scrotum, it is present in between these thighs. Okay, this scrotum, it get divided into 2 compartments. This scrotum, it get divided into 2 compartments, and in each compartment, 1 testis is present. So these testes, they hold with this scrotum by some part. That part is called as gubernacle. But the question arises, why the testes, they are present outside that? Because all the parts, they are, all the organs, they are present inside the abdomen, but this testis, it is present outside. What is the reason behind it? Because these testes, they secrete sperms, and these sperms, they are heat sensitive. These sperms are heat sensitive. As they are heat sensitive, so definitely what will happen? These sperms will get destroyed, because in abdomen, as so many organs are there, so there will, the heat or the temperature of that abdomen will be more, and because of it, the sperm may get destroyed. And to prevent it, they are present outside the abdomen in the scrotum. So this scrotum, it will lesser the temperature, near about 3 to 4 degrees, temperature will get lesser than the abdominal temperature, and because of it, the sperms will get protected. Okay, so these testes, they are present outside the abdomen in the scrotum. Just now I had told you, and they are hold by the scrotum due to the part which is called as gubernaculum. That part is called as gubernaculum. Here gubernaculums are there by which they get protected. Okay, so these testes, they are very small. They are near about 10 grams, and they are oval in shape. They are greenish in color. The main function of this testis is the formation of sperms, and the second function is the secretion of testosterone hormone, which is responsible for secondary sexual characters in the male, like the hairs appears on the face in the form of mustache, beard, hairs on the chest, hairs on the armpit, and hairs on the genital organs, which we call it as a pubic hairs. So there will be change in the voice in the male. So all these changes, muscular buildup, so all these changes, they are secondary sexual characters, and these secondary sexual characters, they are induced by testosterone hormone, which is secreted by the testes. We will see the detailed part of it later on. Okay. Now, just I have told you, okay, the sperm production takes place in the testes, but these sperms, they get carried by some part, and which will get transmitted to the female body. So that function is performed by the duct system. So the duct system consists of 5 parts. One part which here we are not able to see, but that part is like that. Here, the from this testis, vasa efferentia arises. Vasa efferentia. Okay. So this vasa efferentia, it will form a network, which we call it as rete testis. Rete testis. So it will form rete testis. Here, this vasa efferentia, it will receive the sperms from the testis, and they will convey it towards the epididymis. So this is the epididymis. So let's see about the epididymis. Epididymis, it is a highly coiled structure. It is near about 6 centimeters in length. So here in this scrotum, 6 meter and 6 meter means 12 meter. This epididymis is present. It is highly coiled. In the small part, how it get accumulated, to accumulate it, it is highly coiled structure. So it is most important part, because here due to its function, it is called as most important part. So the functions I am going to tell you later on. Firstly, this epididymis consists of 3 parts. The part which is present above the testis, that part is called as caput epididymis. The part which is present lateral to this testis, that is called as corpora epididymis, and the lower part is called as cauda epididymis. This cauda epididymis, it will continue as a vasa differentia. Okay, so here, as I had told you, it is the most important part due to its function. So what are the functions of it? So it carries sperms from vasa efferentia to vasa differentia. This is the first function. The second function, maturation of sperms takes place in this epididymis. Then before ejaculation, यानी बाहर आने से पहले, before ejaculation, they will be stored. These sperms will be stored in this epididymis. Okay, the motility which is required to move these sperms that is provided by this epididymis. So these are the functions of this epididymis, and because of it, it is very important. This epididymis, it will continue as a vasa differentia. So this part is, it is present in the scrotum, which is present outside the abdomen. But here, from vasa differentia to vasa differentia, it will ascend upward. It will ascend upward. You see, in between these thighs here, one inguinal canal is present. Inguinal canal. So through this inguinal canal, these vasa differentia, they will enter into the abdomen. Okay, and this vasa differentia, up to this vasa differentia there. So this vasa differentia, it will unite with the duct of the seminal vesicle, and it will form the ejaculatory duct. So as it ascends upward, it is in the inner side, they have ciliated epithelium so that the sperms will push upward. Okay. So what is the function of vasa differentia? The function of vasa differentia is it carry sperms from which part? So it will carry sperm from epididymis to ejaculatory duct. This is the function of this vasa differentia. Now let's see about the ejaculatory duct. So ejaculatory duct, it is formed, just now I had told you, it is formed by duct of this seminal vesicle and the vasa differentia. So here, this ejaculatory duct, it will contain semen of the seminal fluid with the sperms. यहाँ तक जो है तो सिर्फ sperms रहते हैं, लेकिन यहाँ से जो है तो क्या होगा, उसमें सीमेन या सेमिनल फ्लूइड रहेगा. और दूसरा जो है तो this ejaculatory duct, it will open into the urethra. Now urethra. So urethra, we had already seen about the excretory system. So urethra, it is called as urogenital duct. That time I had told you, because it participates into reproduction as well as the excretion. So here, from this lake of urinary bladder, urethra is arises. This urethra, it gets divided into three parts. Okay, the part which is surrounded this prostate gland, that is called as prostatic urethra. The part, this part, okay. The part, the urethral part from prostatic urethra up to the penile urethra is called as membranous urethra. This is the membranous urethra. And the part which is present here in this part, okay, this part is called as penile urethra. This is the penile urethra. Are you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So the urethra, it consists of three parts. The part which is surrounded this prostate gland, that is called as prostatic urethra. So this prostatic urethra, it contains only urine. Only urine is there, because I had just now told you the ejaculatory duct, it will carry what? It will carry semen or seminal fluid. तो तब यहाँ से जो है तो membranous urethra में क्या रहेगा? तो it will consist of semen as well as it will consist of urine. And in the penile urethra, again, penile urethra, it is present inside the penis, and that will also contain semen as well as the urine. All right. So this, what is the function of urethra? So it will excrete semen as well as urine in the milk. This is the function of urethra. Okay. Now let's see about the glands. So here three glands are there: seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and the corpus or the bulbourethral glands. So seminal vesicle, it is present on either side of the urinary bladder. This gland, it secretes 60% seminal. So this is the main function of seminal fluid. I am so main 60% seminal fluid जो है, so that is secreted by this seminal vesicle. And what is the function of seminal fluid? So seminal fluid, it will provide nutrition. It will provide medium to the sperms. Again, here it will not get spoiled. उसको spoil नहीं होने देगा. It will provide as it will give everything. It will give energy, nutrition, and all that, so that they can easily reach into the female genital body. Then prostate gland, it is present near the neck of this urinary bladder, and this prostate gland, it will secrete 30% seminal fluid, as well as it will secrete alkaline fluid. So this alkaline fluid will neutralize the action of vaginal fluid, which is acidic. Then what about the Copper's gland? The Copper's gland, it is present on either side of the membranous urethra. It is just pea-sized gland is there, and it open into the urethra. It secrete 10% seminal fluid, as well as it will secrete mucus, which will lubricate the passage during sexual intercourse. So this is about the glands. Then what is remain? The next part that remain is the penis. So penis, it is called as copulatory organ. Copulatory. Okay. So this is the copulatory organ. It is muscular organ which is present in front of the scrotum, and it contains so many erectile muscles, and because of it, it is erectile. So in general, it is short, but during sexual arousal, it will become erect and hard. So the tip part of it is called as glans penis. Near the glans penis, we will see some foldings are there. That foldings are called as prepuce or the foreskin. Here, foldings, which we call it as foreskin or the prepuce. So this penis, it will act as a copulatory organ during sexual intercourse. So this is about the different parts of this male reproductive system. Do you understood, beta? Do you understood? Yes or no? Do you have any doubt regarding this part?
मैम
हाँ बोलो.
मैम एक बार प्रोस्टेट ग्लैंड का फंक्शन बताइए ना.
Prostate gland, it will secrete 30% seminal fluid, and second, it will secrete alkaline fluid. So that alkaline fluid, it will neutralize the action of vaginal fluid. So during sexual intercourse, in the vagina, this penis will get fixed, and the seminal fluid will get deposited in the vagina. So this vagina, it contains acidic vaginal fluid. So due to this acidic fluid, the sperms may get destroyed. वो डिस्ट्रॉय हो सकते हैं. इसीलिए यहाँ पर जो प्रोस्टेट ग्लैंड होती है, तो प्रोस्टेट ग्लैंड ये अल्कलाइन फ्लूइड का सिक्रेशन है. तो वो सिक्रेशन करेगी तो न्यूट्रलाइजेशन रिएक्शन विल टेक्स प्लेस, जिससे जो है तो अल्कली प्लस एसिड दे विल गेट न्यूट्रलाइज, एंड सो द स्पर्म्स विल गेट प्रोटेक्टेड. समझ में आया बेटा?
यस मैम.
हाँ. तो दिस इज any more questions regarding this? तो अगर आपको कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछना है तो फिर मैं टेस्ट इसका बताती हूँ आगे. किसी को कुछ पूछना है बेटा? Can I proceed further?
मैम स्क्रीनशॉट लेना है.
हाँ, ले ले. Taken?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
चले आगे. Just now we had seen the testes, they are present outside the abdomen. But during fetal stage, these testes, they are present in the abdomen near the kidney, just below the kidney जो है, तो testes present रहते हैं. And then the baby will become 7 months old in the fetal stage. So that these testes, they will descend down. तो आप बोलोगे कि मैम आप ऐसे कैसे बता रहे हो कि पहले वो एब्डोमेन में थे, बाद में जो है तो वो नीचे आते हैं टेस्टिस. So do you have any proof? Yes, we have a proof. तो यहाँ पर जो है जो लेयर होती है एब्डोमेन में जितने भी ऑर्गन्स होते हैं तो they all are covered by one membranous covering which we called as peritoneum. तो ये peritoneum जो है तो that is present on the testes. So it is a proof that they are present firstly, they form in the abdomen and then they get descend down. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पर जो है कुछ मेल ऐसे रह सकते हैं ना, जो अपन ने इनफर्टिलिटी देखा कि हो सकता है कि जन्म से ही कोई प्रॉब्लम हो. तो जन्म से अगर ये प्रॉब्लम हो तो if the testes will not descend downward, so definitely the person will not be able to, that will get produced, the sperm will get produced, but they will get destroyed to the high temperature in the abdomen. ये रह सकता है, बराबर है ना. So that condition is called as cryptorchidism. वो जो कंडीशन होती है cryptorchidism, that in which the testes will not get descend downward in the scrotum, they will remain in that. समझ में आ रहा है? ठीक है. So these testes like that. Again, I'm now taking the vertical section or longitudinal section. Okay. So when we will take the longitudinal section of kidney, so what we will see that this kidney, it is covered by 3 membranes. The 3 membranes are the tunica, vaginalis, tunica albuginea, and the tunica vasculosa. ऐसे 3 layers जो हैं उनके टेस्टिस में प्रेजेंट होते हैं. This tunica vaginalis, that is made up of peritoneum, tunica albuginea, that is made up of connective tissue, and vasculosa, it is made up of blood vessels. ठीक है. So that will get covered, these 3 layers which we will see here, and after that we will see that these testes, they get divided into several parts due to this septum. Okay, each septum contains lobulated part like this. Each septum will contain some lobulated part. Okay, so this lobulated part is called as seminiferous tubule. Seminiferous tubule. समझ में आ रहा है? Okay, so this testes, they are lined by 3 layers: tunica vaginalis, tunica albuginea, tunica vasculosa. when we will remove all these layers, so we will see that these spaces it divided into so many uh, parts due to this septum. So in each septum, in each part, we will see the lobulated structure. That lobulated structure is called as seminiferous tubules. So under a microscope, when we will see this, so when we will take the transverse section of the seminiferous tubule, what we will see that millions of seminiferous tubules are present here. This is the seminiferous tubule. Okay, this is seminiferous tubule. Each seminiferous tubule, it is lined internally by the cuboidal epithelium. So here we will see like that. Such type of structure we will see here. So these are the cuboidal epithelium. Okay. In between this cuboidal epithelium, some cells and large cells we can see here. These cells, they are called as Sertoli cells or nerve cell. Nerve cell or the Sertoli cells are. Okay. So this cuboidal epithelium, they will undergo changes and they will form the sperms here. So we can see different stages: spermatid, spermatocytes, then spermatozoa, and finally sperms. So these all changes which are going to take place during spermatogenesis. So that process which we can see here in this seminiferous tubule. And what about these Sertoli cells or nerve cells? These will bind the sperms and they will provide nourishment. That's why they are called as nerve cell. Okay. So and inside this, some colloidal substance will be present. In between these Sertoli cells, we will see some connective tissues like that. Blood vessels will be there. Beside this, some group of cells are present here. So these group of cells, they are called as Leydig cells. Leydig cells, or these are also called as interstitial cells. We had already seen about it. Right? Interstitial cells or Leydig cells. What is the function of interstitial cells or Leydig cells? They will produce testosterone hormone. So testosterone hormone is produced by this Leydig cell or interstitial cell. And the Sertoli cell, they will bind the sperms and they will provide nourishment to the sperms. So this is about the testes. जो दो फंक्शन थे वो मैंने बता दी कौन कैसे करा, समझ में आया बेटा? Do you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
अच्छे से समझा? अब जो है तो थोड़ा सा हम सीमेन के बारे में देखेंगे, ठीक है? तो हियर मैंने बताया कि ये पहले रब कर लेती हूँ, फिर मैं थोड़ा सा आप लोगों को एक्सप्लेन करूँ. So what is semen? Semen, it is the whitish milky appearance fluid which is secreted by the male reproductive glands. They are the seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and the corpus. Its pH is near about 7.2 to 7.7. That means it is slightly alkaline in nature. And normally, in each ejaculation, near about 4 ml semen that will deposit into the vagina. And this semen, it will contains more than 400 million sperms. More than 400 million sperms, they will present here. Okay? So here, only and only in the semen, we can see fructose. This fructose, it will not present anywhere in the body. Not in the female, not in the male, except it is present in the semen of male, which gives an indication that the sexual contact, if it will be present on the vagina or on the thighs, so that is the indication that sexual contact takes place. What is the function of this fructose? So this fructose, it will provide energy to the sperms. Then here some calcium or the bicarbonates, they are also present here in this semen, which will neutralize the acidity of vaginal fluid. Here, for movement, prostaglandin is present. So prostaglandin, it will provide movements to these sperms so that they will enter into the near the ovum. So this is about the semen. So in each ejaculation, 4 ml semen that will get excrete out, and which will contain more than 400 million sperms. So if the number of sperms will be less, there will be possibility of infertility. Do you understood? Do you understood better? And semen in general, it will not secrete. Semen will secrete only if the male will just think about the sex, or during the sexual intercourse, which is called as coitus. So during that coitus only, the excretion of this semen takes place. Otherwise, only and only urine will pass through the urine. Okay? Understood, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any queries regarding that topic? किसी को कुछ पूछना है? इससे रिलेटेड किसी को कुछ पूछना है? तो tomorrow I will take female reproductive system. Hello. Anyone want to ask any question?
No, ma'am.
Now let's see structure of sperm. Okay. So here, this is the structure of sperm. So this is sperm. This sperm, it is near about 65 micrometer in length. It is haploid, no doubt, microscopical structure. It consists of mainly 4 parts: head, neck, middle piece, and the tail. So head, it consists of nucleus, which will contain half chromosomes, and it will get united with the female nucleus, which will form zygote. Okay. Here, this part, the cat-like structure above the nucleus, is called as acrosome. This is acrosome. So this acrosome, it will release one enzyme, hyaluronidase enzyme, which will penetrate the wall of ovum so that this sperm will enter into the ovum. It consists of two parts. They are called as centriole. This centriole, it is absent in the ovum. It is only present in the male. So this centriole, here two centrioles are there, proximal and distal. On this proximal centriole, spindle formation process takes place. And what about this distal? From this distal centriole, axial filament arises, which end at the tip of the stem. Okay. Then this middle piece, here mitochondria. These are the mitochondria. These mitochondria, they are arranged spirally on this axial filament. So this middle piece, it is the broadest part, and these mitochondria, they will provide energy so that they will enter into the female. Then last part is the tail. So this tail also contains axial filament, and here slashing movement takes place, and due to which the sperms will move forwardly. So this is about the structure of sperm. Okay. Understood, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me take your screenshot for attendance. So we will see first female reproductive system tomorrow, and after that how menstrual cycle takes place, fertilization process takes place, how the pregnancy becomes. All these things we will see. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.